Hello, it is producer Kyle back at it again. Just wanted to let you know that this is part two of our transfer update episode that we did with Alex from League One Updater. We appreciate him and the ability to talk with him. Make sure to follow him. He does fantastic work. And that is also why once this part ends, it's going to jump straight into the discussion. We had part one, which is the previous episode. Make sure to check that out. And here is going to be part two. So thanks for listening, and we will talk to you later.
All right. Well, since Eb not here, I guess I'll take over. Next we got up is Noco. The Hellstorm. Finished pretty well. Anyone want to open up with them? They key players that got on here: Jake Keegan, David Garcia, and Yvonne Parra.
So on one of our columns in the spreadsheet, it talks about how does it help a League One team? And for Jake Keegan, I just simply put, does it actually help? Does it? Question marks. Because I don't know what the purpose of the signing is. Like, if you're trying to say we're going to have him be a key part to replace the goals that Trevor Amon provided last year, a wise man once said, I don't think you have the facilities for that big man. And I'm just going to say right now, Jake Keegan does not have the facilities to make up or even contribute to that.
Yeah, all. I've got Keegan as a depth option for sure. Behind,
I hope so.
Yeah, I mean,
Cardio Keegan is back.
But I mean,
I'm just saying.
He still has some gas in the tank to contribute some goals off the bench or yeah.
There's gas, but the light's already flashing. Like, it's telling you need to go to the station.
You get his old change, sorry.
Like, I mean, he only scored 4 goals that weren't penalties last year.
I mean, in fairness, that's like the top scorer for the team. But
yeah, they didn't score many. He scored some beautiful ones in the early part of the season.
Yeah, like I said, if Noco went with we think Parra is going to be back at his best, and that's going to be our main guy to replace the goals that Amon's leaving. Okay, that makes complete sense. Bank on Parra. I get that.
Or
if they're saying Jake, if they're saying, if that's what they're saying, fine. If they're saying Jake Keegan's going to be a key contributor to replacing those goals, absolutely the fuck not.
No.
And now Noco's owner is going to clip this and save it. And when we get to the final game of the season, and maybe I go visit again, I'm going to have that clip played in front of my face.
Probably so. Let me ask you this: if I gave you the over/under of Jake Keegan at 5 goals, would you take it?
Under
this season?
Yes.
At Noco, under.
Okay.
You said 5?
Yeah, 5.
We'll do 5.5 so we can't push.
Even.
Okay.
No, we're doing 5.5 so you can't push. Over under 5.5. I'm still saying under.
Under then. Yeah. I mean that for a depth option forward, that's a good number, I think.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
In this league.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, he hasn't scored less than 4 in a season, and that was his return to Greenville in 2022.
Mm-hmm.
So
no.
I wonder if Noco management looked at Keegan and then looked at Trevor leaving and was like, "You look like him. You can do the same job, right?"
What kind of wish.com ass thinking is this?
I mean, for Noco, I mean, I still think that's a tricky place to go play at, but I just wonder. I don't know a lot about their signings, but I know like Leon Fola leaving was pretty big one. I think their goalkeeper re-sign is probably the biggest offseason thing because he saved them a lot of points. Like, he's a top 3 goalkeeper in this league, and I think him being fully more settled in the year 2, I think he can definitely push to being goalkeeper of the year in this league.
I'm curious to see how the midfield shapes up, just because, yes, you kept Marky Hernandez, you lost Norty, and I think that's going to be huge. And then you don't have Arthur Rodgers more or less being a quasi midfield. I'm curious about how the midfield functions because the back line will probably be fine. I mean, brought in David Garcia, which helped. Even though they lost Cornwell and Fola, they got David Garcia. They still have Brett Evans, so at least there's guys there back. And we talked about the attack already. I do think the midfield is kind of where I'm like, if NOCO wants to build on what they did last year, that midfield is going to have to replace what was lost.
Yeah, I mean, and I mean, they still have Billy King. Don't forget about him.
Yeah,
that's huge.
That
to
is
retain him.
Nah. I mean, I think Arthur Rogers is. I mean, it's a sign that I'm pretty sure. I mean, a release they had to be planning for. Like they had to know, like, all right, this guy's not.
Yeah.
Game.
Oh yeah.
Well, and I think Bruno Rendon is going to fill in just fine for him. I mean, and Zayad's convinced he said he's the best right back in the league, is what he told me.
Yeah.
I kind of agree with that.
So, I mean, he's really talented, and I think he'll fill in just fine. So
I'm
that.
honestly
I'm
shocked that Rendon re-signed in this league. He should have moved up.
Yeah. So a lot of guys that I'm shocked re-signed back to League One. Kind of makes you think they did space it up in the championship is kind of getting limited.
Yeah, not really.
Yeah, probably not.
There's going to be some teams that fall, and so there'll be some spots that open up. Looking at you, Hartford. I don't know where we are. Sorry, had an emergency at work, but I'm back, better than ever, and I'm sad I missed the Keegan jokes. Can we go back to it? What do we do? I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm not gonna
basically he doesn't have the facilities and he has wish.com Trevor Amon. There you go.
Wow.
And the consensus is under 5.5 goals, right?
Is that the line we're using? 5.5?
Because he had so his lowest scoring output is 4, and that's with Greenville in 2022. So I set the line at 5.5. I'm gonna go over. I think he will get it.
You're gonna give him.
I think he will get 6. I think he will get 6
I will
goals.
buy a Keegan jersey if he gets 6 goals.
I think if he had an Arthur Rogers with him, he'd probably have 8 or 9.
Right.
Yeah.
Listen, you're playing at NOCO and you got those people behind you. Like if you play every game, you're scoring 6 goals. I don't care who you are.
That's what I'm gonna say. Yeah, if Arthur Rogers was there and he was an everyday starter, he'll stumble his way to 6. Sure.
Hey, Arthur Rogers was literally passing out assists like they were like flap checks. Like, here you go. Go and take it. I don't need to know out.
Nah, he's gonna pull a Wando and get in front of goal, and we're gonna still see that ball soaring to the moon with Carly Lloyd's in 2026. Okay, we're not doing this.
Bold
6
think he's gonna
goals,
get
I'll
chances.
buy a Keegan kit. Okay.
Hey man, I'm gonna learn the legend.
5
of
goals for a
Carly
33-year-old journeyman like that. That's all you can ask. You know,
That's more than you can ask.
Cardio Keegan. I got faith in you.
Listen, if you're not,
You called him a journeyman.
Please,
I mean, at this
we were
point,
joking that he was going to end up in Spokane with Don Smart. So
Oh yeah, true.
Hold on, wait. Don Smart is in Spokane?
no,
no, he's not
Oh.
signed yet or announced. He's not announced yet.
we have been saying for months, like Spokane's just going to end up with Don Smart, Jake Keegan, just going to end up with every League One.
Are we gonna call it the journeyman team? Is that what we're gonna do?
No, Spokane teams actually want to give a shit. So
Yeah, that's true. Even though we only wrote about one of their transfers,
hey, it's still a statement.
transfers, it's all signings because they didn't Yeah.
But they did transfer one guy. They signed him for a week, and then was like, hey, you can go
Yeah,
to
Alexis
Tulsa.
Wahe.
yeah.
Right.
Never announced
He
it.
had signed
Never
him.
announced him. And then he's just like, oh yeah, he's transferred from Spokane.
By the way, we
I read
signed
that
him and
press release
sold him.
like 3 times to make sure I was reading it correct. Because I'm like,
Yeah, same.
wasn't he at Omaha? Like, what?
Surprise! That's
I was like,
exactly.
what intern in the league office messed this up?
We're not going the Rover route. That's crazy. Rover's hitting save instead of submit. That's wild. Is that how we're doing it in League One now?
Journeyman and
I guess.
Fine.
Are we done with NOCO?
Oh, that was so Noco. Yeah.
Hey, I want that on the Tifo.
What?
Journeyman electricians.
Stop it.
Look,
That's wild.
NOCO, y'all could do that. That is, if you want, before Omaha claims their rival, you better get ahead of it.
Alrighty. I lost where we were. Yogi, take back over. This is your show.
All right. Well, I'm here now. All right, y'all. So now we're gonna talk about One Knox, aka Fort Knox. A team that, not gonna lie, we were very high on last year. They kind of crapped the bed later on in the season, but they made some improved signings, such as signing a key player from their rival in Lexington. Also, they got Kingsford Ajay from Tormenta, and Sean Lewis has resigned as well. So, guys, let me ask you this: One Knox signing, what is the idea behind them? Because this team was kind of underwhelming for most parts of the year.
Score more goals.
But
That's literally all it is. They didn't score goals last year.
It's weird because I feel like part of them are like, okay, we're going to try and score more goals and improve.
Yeah.
And then the other part is we're going to loan up one of our better creators to Forward Madison. And it's just like, what are you doing? Like, what's going on with this team because of the whole situation of the coach? It's like, how much of these moves are the players need because they've signed multi-year deals? How much of it is we got to get out of this toxic gas environment? How much of it is we don't know what to do with you? I don't know. I feel like Knoxville's kind of going with we're going to try and do better, but we're also having guys that really could help out leave.
Yeah. I want to ask this because the profile I see Ajay is he's more of a creator, not so much a scorer. Like, he can score, but to me, like, his main thing is creating, like, in those half spaces. Mm-hmm. I still don't see where the goals are coming from One Knox.
Well, there are two guys they signed, those two strikers, and Shooty and what's Kempis? What, I can't remember his last name.
Tequila,
yeah.
Hold on, pause. Because I've been on social media for a little minute. This man's name is Tequila.
Tekke.
Yeah, Tekiela or something. It's like
German. It's like tequila or
fuck it. If that's German, I'm texting Jake asking him to tell me what it says. So
yeah, Jake Keegan number. Damn, Kyle.
Not that like, Jake.
He scored like 35 goals in
fucking
9 games
here
when he was playing. So he was crazy. He got hurt and then didn't hardly play last year. Didn't score very many goals last year, but he scored a ton before he got hurt. And then Nshuti how many did he score? Like, I think it was like 15 last year, something crazy. So they brought in a couple really big signings there in that regard.
Well, they have Calixtra back, which I don't know how much that's going to help, but
yeah, Calixtra and Castro like kind of scored towards the late of last season, the last part of last season, after Keegan was sat.
Yeah, but I think even then Calixtra is kind of in that same mold of like a false 9 creator rather than, a goal scorer. So you really got to rely on those two guys you bring and hope they work out.
Yeah, and they got Rich Ballard from Detroit and still have Frank Ross. I mean, yeah, so there's a lot of unknowns there. A lot of like wait and see what happens.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll find their Kazai Sterling, or maybe they won't.
At least defensively they'll be fine.
Defensively, yeah, they're stacked again.
So what I ask you this, like the two signings they made, Charlie Michelle and Stuart Ritchie, do they help this team out in any way? Like, get more vertical and create more opportunities?
Their back line is tall though, so did you need more vertical? I guess.
I don't know if I'd say it would like help. Like, I feel like it's just like a neutral. Like, it's not gonna hurt them, but I don't know how much it's helping.
Probably like for like with the people that lost, because they lost Waldeck.
Yep.
Still can, so they got to replace him with somebody. Stuart Ritchie, and then you lose Villalobos, so Charlie Mayfield's probably a good replacement there.
Any outgoing signings from the team that you're like, all right, they're really gonna miss this guy outside of Villalobos?
Waldeck.
Oh yeah. So that's the one.
That's when I kind of realized, oh, Spokane's not fucking around. Okay. They're gonna try.
They're gonna try.
Is that the bar? They're gonna try.
Look, I've seen one team do a Dave and Buster's kit reveal. Yes, the bar is in a Dave and Buster's parking lot. Okay.
Hey, bro. That is still hilarious.
That's still the best. I do. Did we? We didn't talk about Adaji, did we?
Yeah, we just were.
We did.
We did. I'm sorry. I'm losing my mind over here because
By the way, I'm passing hosting duties back to you.
Oh, me? All right. Because we're going to your team? Is that why?
Yeah, that's why.
All right. So we're going to the team that should be wearing red, the Kickers. And we've
Yeah.
got to start off with the true journeyman, Terzaghi.
What you mean, journeyman?
I had to throw it in there
Also,
one more
I don't
time.
like this little note that y'all made about him. At this point, he's there to basically be a good locker room guy and teach the
he's
young
like
kids from the academy, which is just as good as important for the next era of this team. You made him sound like Adam fucking Sandler.
he is not leaving Richmond.
Never.
He likes it here. He likes our city.
He's
And
never
besides that
leaving.
note, I put he is the fucking GOAT. That's why.
Got him basically in the old the old mentor Yoda shit.
He's in the Big Brother Big Sister program right now.
Right, that's what you made him. You making him seem like the guy in the YMCA that's just there just for rec ball, just like.
First ghost over here.
Just making it seem like he's this old dude that sits at the park that you pass by, like the youngin you pass by.
Yes.
Thank you, Dave. Kickers are red. That is pretty well understood.
I made it known. I want the Kickers jersey to be as red as
Nope.
Whatever gang line you were about to say.
That's not what I was thinking he was going to say.
Oh my word.
No, okay. So seriously, about Richmond, I think the thing about this team, and I believe that Alex would agree with me, is none of the signings have been eye-popping wow. Like, unless you are a ultra nerd of lower league soccer here in America, you probably saw these signings and were like, oh, this team's going to be utter dog shit again. But I believe that these signings are good. They are good quality depth signings, things that Richmond did not have. And also a little bit of bite as well, like the Maxi Shenfield. We know Maxi, he will get a red card because he will F around and punch somebody in the face. But you know what? Richmond didn't have that last year because we were chipping in goals. That defense was tired and looked like, you know what? I don't want to be here. Maxi ain't gonna let that happen.
Michael Hornsby can move the ball, but Maxi can defend.
Yeah, Maxi can defend.
I think with Richmond, it's like I don't think they're gonna go another half season without winning a game. Like that just seems. I don't think that's gonna happen again.
No, and the thing about like last year, it was so weird. Like we talked about it before. Like the midfield was out of form, the forwards couldn't finish, and the defense was dog tired.
You can hear the pain in Alex's voice.
Please God, no.
Lord, I've seen what you've done for others.
Yo, I'm telling you, dog.
I'm trying to be nice. Like, no, it won't happen again.
Alex just whispered. He couldn't even get it out. He's like, please.
Hey, yo,
Please,
I swear.
no.
I truly think Darren might be the coach under the most quote unquote pressure. And from the fan standpoint, because if we walk out there against Spokane and it turns ugly and we lose that first game in City Stadium, oh, it can get wild. It's going to be some thick tension in there. So this team definitely need to get on the server. But
Thick with 1C or 3?
Huh?
Thick with 1C or 3?
Like how thick?
How
like
thick?
Really thick or
Thick. Rhea Ripley thick.
Okay.
But no, I mean they made some good signings. I think the signing so far that I really am impressed with is the Arthur Boussois signing, right?
Yeah,
because this team lacked diversity in attack, right? Matt Bentley, I love him, but I'm gonna be honest, he fell off a cliff. Like the guy scored 6 goals in year 1, barely scores 1 in year 2. He's not coming back. But you get Arthur Boussois, a tall vertical striker, something this team hasn't had since Hernan, and that was in 2020. Like it just shows that this team still has ways to grow. They also signed a left winger I'm forgetting his name, but he came from High Point.
Kind of
Yes. Impressive. I'm waiting to see what he does in the preseason. Like a lot of these things, I'm waiting to see how they work in the preseason. And then the guy, Alex, you know his name. The guy we saw from England.
James Vaughn.
Yes, James Vaughn. There we go. I couldn't remember his name for some reason. Him, I'm kind of wondering how he's going to be because the other thing that Richmond lacked in the midfield is a true ball carrier. Like you have Zaka, you have Neil. You had no one that could really carry the ball because Jao was pretty much Neil 2.0 and Suko was pretty much Zaka 2.0. You had no one that could really carry the ball like Ethan Bryan could. So I'm wondering if James can fit in that mode, or is Darren going to switch the system and put Neil more essentially and then put targets around him? Because if you look at it, like Neil created the most chances in USL League One and had the lowest amount of assists. That is a weird ass anomaly. Like that should never happen. So it's kind of wait to see with Richmond. But I just like the fact that there's more depth than there was in years past. Well, last year. I'm just saying, go back and look at the Rumble. You will understand why I say Rhea Ripley is thick. I can't wait for Elimination Chamber. I'm gonna wake up at 5 a.m. just to see Rhea Ripley.
We changed
Rhea Ripley and Nia Jax.
so quick.
Boy, hey, I'm just saying.
What did just happen here?
Nia Jax likes me any day.
And the other one that we highlighted was Neil. I'm going to say his last name wrong. Vinyals.
Yes.
Said it correct.
Spanish maestro. Yeah, I just talked about him. Like, if you go back and look at it, he created the most chances. He was the only player from Richmond to be in the USL team first or second, and deservedly so. Like, this team pretty much, you could tell the shift in this team went from Terzaghi to Neil pretty much during that losing streak. And it was because Neil created so many chances.
Oh, but I can't call him a journeyman? Terzaghi?
He's not a journeyman. Where else did he play?
I'm fucking with you. I'm sorry. What should I call? He's a
Terzaghi is Aunt May.
A local Richmond legend, stalwart, something.
Yes.
Whatever you got. I got it. That's all I got.
I'm still gonna say he's Aunt May.
Yeah. There we go.
Providing
Wow.
great
I'm
guidance.
just going to say this. Terzaghi's still going to score double-digit goals. He's going to score a banger. Don't even look like that, Eb, because you know what's going to happen. This man had his worst season last year and still scored double-digit goals. It was still in the Golden Boot race up until August when he got hurt and we shut him down.
Are we confident that he's getting on the field to score double-digit goals?
You be confident. That man is the starter. That man will start in Richmond until we got to put him in a wheelchair. We are rolling him out like Jordan in 03. He gonna score 30. We gonna lose by 40.
You see my face?
All right. I guarantee he gonna be out there in that field. 10 goals this year.
I think having Boswa up alongside him takes a lot of pressure off of him.
Yeah,
having someone, a 6'4" sizable person to his 5 foot, whatever he is, 7.
But didn't you just sound like 3 children in your forward and midfield line? Yes, you did.
They were already on the team.
2.
You forgot we made the most kids last year.
And CFC Light.
Resigned. Becca Howe is the left back. And that's it. Who on this one too? They were re-signed. He played
Johnson. Johnson's signed
you.
Professional. Yeah, he's gone pro.
It. Yeah, and Simmons is going to UVA.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's kids.
Like University of Virginia.
Yeah.
Yes. Big time.
Yeah. And now he's in the Jamaica U19 squad, so I can't wait for him to get called up and break my heart.
So he broke your heart for the Kickers. For club and country.
Well, no, he scored a goal for us, and I was excited for him. I'm just waiting for him to miss a goal in the Gold Cup final this summer, and then I'm gonna be like, well, damn.
Y'all are
making the final.
Y'all going to the
yes.
Y'all going to the final?
Yes.
I love the confidence, man. Y'all gonna look fly doing it because that's a great capsule that y'all put out. I'm just gonna. Anyway, the final. Okay.
The final. We still have 3 teams.
No. He's talking about Jamaica going to the final of Go. We're gonna leave him alone. We're gonna let him sit up there in his hopefulness. I know we're at 9 of 12 teams. I got the math in my head.
She lost count. I just want you to know that. She definitely lost count. She lost count.
I missed like 2 teams. I don't know.
She lost count.
Oh, that's hilarious. Tormenta, the youth to pro pipeline, they said fuck that. Because they went out and said, Aaron Lombardi, get over here.
Bro,
We got some
there's a lot of teams in League One that was built on the premise of like, hey, we're gonna play the kids, we're gonna have fun.
Nah.
And then they saw the taxes. It was like, no. Richard, the only one that was like, oh, that's cheaper? Yeah, bring the kids.
There are labor laws against that, sir. You got to pay somebody.
We're going to have a 12-year-old at goalkeeper. Matter of fact, we didn't even talk about Pablo Hara being goalkeeper for Richmond. We totally forgot about that.
I saw it, and then I was like, but...
Hey, ain't gonna lie. I deleted a couple of tweets.
Wow.
You know what? You needed a goalie, and you got a goalie. So.
You got one, yeah.
Bro, I'm telling you right now, if this man make a blunder, I say this. I know he's going to make one.
Okay.
And I'm already good with it. If he make a second one in the same game, I might have to come on that field and fight him. Like, it might have to be me and him one-on-one.
So speaking of Tormenta keepers, who the fuck is keeping for Tormenta this year?
Former Richmond. This is what we call Richmond goalkeeper U. Drew Romick is the goalkeeper for Richmond Kickers. I mean, for Tormenta now. Full circle.
Yep, Richmond Academy.
Yeah. This
All
is
right.
why
Long
we're
time
called
ago.
goalkeeper U.
I mean, Tormenta basically had to go, oh, all of our good players are leaving. Okay, except Jackson Corey. All right.
Perfect.
Everyone
Everybody
that
else
was
said
good.
I got a bag.
That is gone.
Dipped. They either pissed them off or they sold them off. So, what else? I guess.
Yeah, man.
Is that our vibes team of the year, or are they going to be the chaos team? No, chaos is definitely going to be. No, sorry, vibes is definitely going to be Fuego because we don't know what's happening there.
I was gonna say Lexington I was gonna say Lexington.
It's Forward Madison, y'all. We just talked about them having a Hard Knocks episode. Y'all know it's Forward Madison. Y'all, if I told you right now, Galinger is gonna get pissed, and you give me a month, it's gonna happen. Y'all know it. That man gonna be pissed in May because he ain't playing a U.S. Open Cup game against Green Bay Voyagers. And he gonna tweet out Bad Bunny on a stripper pole and be like, the pole is mine. They holding me back.
Bad Bunny on the stripper pole is a wild sentence.
That sounds like a banger of a song. Don't get me. That sounds like a banger of a song.
Just saying.
I'm not.
It probably don't
doing
exist. I
it.
in Spanish.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway, Tormenta.
Tormenta, please. I derailed to the extreme.
But honestly, I don't know what I mean. Brandon put the 2 people in there, but I feel like Tormenta. Here's the thing with Tormenta: they lose a bunch of good players. We're gonna be like, oh, Tormenta might be in trouble. They'll find a bunch of good young players. It's just a rinse and repeat.
Yeah.
Somebody's cousin who hasn't played soccer in like 10 years is going to come and score 15 goals, and that's Tormenta.
Yeah. It's kind of like when you
With
take
Connor
Tormenta.
Doyle.
Like Tormenta is the team that we're not going to care about till like July, and then we're going to look up and be like, they're second. That's Tormenta.
Second is that's a high
But
line.
would it shock you?
Yeah.
Yes.
No.
What?
It wouldn't shock you.
Second,
It's
yeah. I'd be surprised if they were.
Tormenta.
Well, how
If
many?
you
How many
said
games?
playoffs, I'd be
how
like,
many
nah, that
games-
doesn't shock
How
me.
many more games did they play compared to everyone else? How imbalanced is the schedule?
Well, now with the balanced schedule, everyone's playing the same amount of games.
Wasn't that always the okay?
Yeah, okay.
No,
fair,
because
yeah,
Yoko would
perfect
have like
balance,
one
though.
game played versus everyone's 10, and they get like 40 games at home.
Oh yeah.
Well, if Noco would have their stadium fucking figured out, then we wouldn't be in this situation.
Yeah,
Bad Bunny brings all the babies up. Just nope, that's a bad sentence. I'm gonna. I heard it.
It's no
I
better
heard
than
it.
a personance.
After I said it.
Hey, I just want y'all to know, Walking 90 does not endorse the hurt or endangerment of children in reckless situations. I say some pretty
Just saw
wild
herself
shit.
out.
I'll admit to it. I have said some wild shit, but that was wild. That was absolutely wild. Yeah. I'm just gonna add her back now.
Y'all have a good night. This is my
We're
last
losing
show.
Gio too.
Remember when they were saying the police are at your door? That one
Yeah.
episode. I mean, no, this is actually this is going to happen now.
Yeah. So, Spokane. I like Spokane. Spokane's great. We should talk Spokane.
All right, I will talk about Roman Metanier. If he has anything left in the tank, this is a really good signing for Spokane. Like, this is a guy who was one of the best right backs in MLS when he was at Minnesota United, and he's not that far removed from that team. I don't know how much he has left in the tank, but this is a guy where it kind of reminds me of Miguel Ibarra or Gabriel Obertown, where you're kind of like, this guy's got pedigree, and if he has anything, like, he could do really, really well. And between that and Waldeck, this is when I was like, oh, Spokane's actually giving a shit.
There's no way they can be playing him in fullback. Like, they got to be shifting him into center back or something.
Or they're going to just have him they're not going to have him go forward as much and go up and down.
Yeah.
I don't know, but that's what I'm wondering. Like, how much does he have in the tank? Is it going to be all right, you're going to just play like 34, 35, I want to say.
I'm just saying this right now. If he playing significant minutes, it's going to be a problem.
For him or for the league?
For him, them knees about to be sore as hell. His knees about to be sore.
Come on out. It's not that.
Oh, he's 33. Okay, he's 33.
I'm just saying, man. If he at that age now, where he see that 22-year-old winger doing all them moves, he gonna be like, "Hey, I'm out. Y'all can have this."
I mean, I feel 33 is not bad. Like, Terzagi's 30.
Why do you keep throwing Terzaghi deep in the dirt?
Hey, we saw Don Smart be able to do. I mean, he was still playing at 30.
Hey, Don Smart at one
I'm
point
just saying,
plays center back in this league, and he started as a forward.
but no, I do think though with Spokane, like this kind of signing, it is kind of more of it's more the intent. It's kind of signaling we're going to put out a competitive team. It's not going to just be I don't know who these guys are. I mean, between him and Waldeck, I don't know fully what's going to happen in Spokane, but at least it's kind of like, all right, you have my attention. I don't think you're finishing last kind of thing.
Yeah, I think we're dealing with the season against Greenville on the 9th. So I'm going to watch the game just to see how Spokane line up and how they play, because I'm very interested to see how this team goes about it. Like, that's going to be interesting to see.
And they still have a lot of holes. A lot of spots to fill in.
5 or 8? How many have they
How many
signed?
players they have?
Yeah.
11.
Okay, so they can put out a team. They can't have no subs though.
They're missing another striker. They're missing another center back. Missing a backup goalie.
Yeah. Ooh.
So everything.
Yeah. So right now they got Waldeck. Luis Gill is I would say is a good starting midfielder in League One.
Yeah.
All right. After that, I'm kind of lost on this. It seems like they signed a lot of guys.
Hackworth is a good. Morgan Hackworth is a good signing.
Yeah. Okay. But it seems like they signed a lot of guys that from the championship point of view, like they were depth guys there. They're like, it's pretty much like what Lexington was last year. Like, we'll get a lot of depth guys that were looking to be starters that come here and be starters. That's what it looks like right now.
Yeah, I think Marcelo Lage at center back, he was a starter at Vegas, if I'm not mistaken.
So the League One team in the championship outside of Hartford. That's great.
Hey, you know what though? It's still an attempt at something. It's still them
It is.
putting something out there and trying to give a shit.
Oh, that was so.
And their kids are
disrespectful.
not bored, so I do.
Yeah.
They actually seem to be actually putting in the effort and giving a shit.
I think they're already better than what Lexington had last year.
Okay. Yeah.
At this
I
point,
would say it's going to
yeah.
remind me more. I feel like we're going to be a little bit higher on them, and they're going to let us. It's going to feel more Knoxville-esque, where we're a little bit higher on them than we probably should be. Because I feel like with Lexington, we were like, they're either going to storm the league or they're going to completely be shit, and we don't know because we don't have an idea. Well, now I kind of feel like it's more. I do feel like it's more like Knoxville, where we're maybe having them higher than they will be, but it's not like a bad thing.
Yeah. The midfield is the players they signed so far aren't the issue for me. It's just it's kind of like the same thing with Richmond. Like I don't see anyone on this list that blows me away. Where I'm like, oh, you got him. Like okay, and they got good solid pieces. I wonder I know what they're telling the fans is like, oh, we're going to challenge the trophies. We're going to bring home trophies. But inside, I wonder if they're kind of just like, all right, we're using year one as like a building year, like to build the team, see where we are, and then year two, we'll say F the kids like every other team in League One outside of Richmond and just spend like drug money.
So if they're doing it where they're gonna play through the build up instead of someone like Santa Clara who's saying, no, we want to be built before we come in, who has the better strategy?
Spokane, because they're an actual team playing games.
Spokane's got the stadium. They got the stadium too.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
But I will say
they're
this.
not
Spokane, I need you, Spokane, to actually put the kits on these players in your website, because right now this Photoshop EES job.
No, can we talk about it?
Go to Spokane's website, look at the roster, and
the jerseys look.
Go to the website and look at the roster, and it looks like it's not like they have their head, and then they just like did this Microsoft Paint like of the kit over them.
AI exists. What are we doing?
No,
go look at it and tell me.
No, it does look weird. I'm not gonna lie. I haven't seen any other team jerseys in League One, but I've seen Spokane's, and I'm not impressed.
What?
Like, I'm not. Okay, here's my reason why I'm not impressed with the jerseys, because you already have the badge, right? With I guess they're using the rivers in Spokane, right?
Yes.
But then they have like a bigger version of it in the middle of the chest, and it's like it kind of felt like they were going with pinstripes, and then they ran out of money because they're like, oh shit, we got to sign players, so they'll like give us the pinstripe that go curved at like 3/4. And they just stop. Like if they just go full all the way down to the bottom, is a better kit. It's just the fact that it stops like in the middle of their bellies is weird to me.
I at least say it's not a boring ass template kit, so it gets it's fine. It's fine. Like I'm not gonna say it's like a great kit. I'm not gonna say it's terrible. At least it's not some boring ass template.
Yeah, it's a year one kit that's decent.
They did better than Bay. They did better than Bay. So I'm
$90 is wild. Trying to sell that for $90 is a little extreme.
And no, absolutely.
Oh, it's a good kit. I like it.
Not $90 good.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm also spoiled. So
All right. And our last written down transfer of the night comes from Union Omaha.
You know they're gonna come for you because we talking about them last.
Oh, well, then they should not be named you so that the document doesn't sort them at the bottom. I don't know.
Also, tell them to be mad at Chip for not being here, because he should have been the one adding these people.
Yeah, this is Chip's fault. Blame Chip. That's the new name of this episode. Blame Chip.
That's not the name of this episode. Elbows with the elites.
Like no. I'm not doing this with y'all.
Y'all know Chip had to go rub elbows with the elites.
Yeah, you know.
Either way, don't get mad at us. I put a player in because there was no Omaha players. I'm like, let's just give him here, nigga. Damn, you little. Yeah.
Yo, okay. I can't even pronounce that name. You wrote it. You say it.
Norte.
That's
He
a
was
lot.
over at NOCO and shit.
Wait,
Omaha
what?
lost.
He literally played in this league for 2 years. You're like, nah.
Anyway, Omaha lost a lot of guys in the midfield. Basically their whole midfield and the heart and soul of it between Connor Doyle and Skiers and Brito. So to get Norty, pretty damn good get for them.
That we're gonna go with. I mean, I'm still concerned about them scoring, or getting the ball up there to score. It's not looking hot for them. Scarce alone was it's a huge loss. So I don't know what they're gonna do.
I mean, what they lost Connor Doyle to Tormenta, Skiers to Phoenix,
Brito to Rhode Island.
Yeah, Meza to Memphis. So I mean, you lost a lot of tempo there.
But they retained Gallardo.
Yeah.
On the other hand, brought in PC, Jose Gomez. I mean, I think that's
the defense is
pretty good
good
names.
Yeah,
the defense will be good.
They got to stop a lot of goals in because everybody's just running through that midfield. It's a free for all.
Yeah, that's why I got Nuhu.
Yeah. Nuhu in a back four.
Best goalkeepers in his league.
I don't know how he's still in this league, but I get he had the opportunity to not be and didn't take it. So there's no way you don't have offers after that championship run and you don't entertain the idea of taking it.
Or even the US Cup run.
Right. That too. There's no way.
Spots, baby.
Yeah, that international, it'll get you. America.
I mean, this is the thing about Greenville. I'm pretty sure they're gonna do it like how they did last year. They're gonna play through their defense.
You mean Omaha?
Omaha. My fault. They're gonna play through the defense, and then midway through the year, the offense is gonna just start clicking. And then September, we're gonna look up and be like, "Oh, snap! Omaha's third in playing in the in-season tournament final. Great. Let me ban everyone on Twitter."
I'm very confused about this in-season tournament, but that's another episode. I get it, but at the same time, I don't like it. But whatever.
It's okay. Fun.
But do you all think that they brought in this new goalkeeper that they announced Tuesday, Wallace Lapsley? I mean, he's got some pretty serious numbers behind him. You think maybe they brought him in with a anticipation of perhaps moving Nuhu?
At first I did, but then I saw your comment about how they re-signed Nuhu to a multi-year deal. So that
I'd say a contingency plan, just in case.
Yeah. Because I'm sure Nuhu's going to miss 10 games.
What quad?
He is signed through 2025.
Yeah.
But
what 4 tournaments are there? Preseason, season, in season, postseason? Or do we get a trophy for all 4? I don't.
Technically, you do.
Oh, actually,
I mean, technically,
Open
I guess
Cup.
Open Cup, League Cups, Shield, and Playoff. But
yeah,
you do the quadruple.
Maybe one.
That was so smooth.
that was actually very nice. I applaud you, sir. Oh man. Wow, this episode is an hour and a half long. Kyle, you got some great editing to do. And there's people that stuck with us throughout the entire thing. So I appreciate all of you for watching the chaos.
Dave, Ricardo, Paul, Gio.
Right. We did it, y'all. We got through some of the biggest transfers of the offseason so far.
Yeah. Put that part in so far. Because I do not need no co-manager clipping shit about this and making tweets and subtweets about us.
I already told you, they're going to take my whole Jake Keegan thing and they're going to play it for me at that last game of the season.
I swear, I know that they have I'll buy a jersey if Keegan scores 6 written
Oh no,
on a
it's
sticky
already been
note
cold
already.
tweeted. Don't worry, it's already been cold tweeted.
I just want to put it back out there last year because y'all didn't have faith in NoCo, and this guy did, and I got nothing for it.
Because they still didn't win.
But I won my bet, so that's all that matters.
Okay. I'm not making that crazy of a bet. I know, I'll set $90 aside for whatever jersey they put out. Because I'm that confident that, when I go to England, I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna spend it at a lower league team's like merch store. That's what I'm gonna do.
Kyle, if Cardio Keegan scores 6 goals in League One, can we have you and him do an interview together?
If he wants to talk to me, I don't think his ass is going to want to talk to me, but
Like, how long before Kyle just gets annoyed?
one of us is walking off. One of us is walking out of that interview.
Boy, I'm gonna just be cracking jokes the entire time.
I will fly there just to be like, I don't even want to record it. I just want to sit here and
I'm
watch.
not going. We're not doing this in person. Absolutely not.
Yeah.
So that everyone can go to bed. Alex, please tell the people where they can find you on Twitter.
League One updater with a number 1. Alex RVA. If you want to hear more about Richmond Kickers.
There we go. Because we did have 2 kicker people on the pod. They are hopeful for a season. It doesn't get lower than what it was.
Oh
last
no,
year.
it can get lower.
Actually-
2018 and 2019. It can get way lower. That's why last year didn't even bother me.
I thought about it, and then I was like, you finished second to last. Last is still an option. So Kyle, anything for the people?
Happy Black History Month. Don't piss me off.
That's my line. Hey, what a great way to end the pod. Everybody, have a wonderful night. Be easy. Stop stealing people's podcast names.
Hey, remember,
Drink a beer.
Tip your servers, tip your strippers. And just remember, Fort Madison is YSL.
I gotta know that.
Just remember that. Okay?
Too bad. Bye.
You're the young thug of this community.
Truly humbled under God.
It didn't end.
Sure.
Sure.